Fed up with superhero movies and horror films? I know I am. Today's movie is Yesterday, a new romantic comedy directed by Danny Boyle, who made Trainspotting and Slumdog Millionaire. It is about a character named Jack Malik, played by Himesh Patel, who does a very good job as a struggling songwriter with unconventional looks, who has never been able to make it big. Until one night the power goes out, and when he wakes up, there are several things missing from the world, including the Beatles. He decides to become successful by taking their songs and appropriating them so that the Beatles can be remembered. Unfortunately, he falls prey to the temptation of fame, and he loses touch with his childhood friend Ellie, who for some reason doesn't want to be his manager, as she was before, after he hits it big. So it's basically a question of, does he want the love of the girl or the fame of the music? My question is, why couldn't he have both? I didn't understand why she quit being his manager the second he became successful. It didn't make any sense. I did really enjoy Ed Sheeran's appearance as himself, because he discovers Patel in his Beatles songs. I liked that, and I liked the jokes about what was missing from this alternate future. But the romance didn't completely work because I couldn't figure out whether they were meant to be paired together or not. So the film started well, but it was ultimately disappointing. I do want to give it credit, though, for some great gag sequences, such as at the beginning when he's trying to perform Let It Be for his parents, and his parents have a distinct lack of interest in his music. That was funny, and there were other funny scenes as well, most of which I can't spoil. But overall, it was a decent film as a summer alternative to some of these other generic films, but it could have been a complete masterpiece, so I'm a little bit disappointed. Kate McKinnon is pretty good as his new manager who's obsessed with money, and there's a part about what happened to John Lennon that's very interesting. But overall, I'd say only pay to see a matinee. It's a good movie, but it could have been better.
It's a fantasy comedy?
Yeah, it's not his first, actually. He bombed with one in '97 called A Life Less Ordinary. But this one is a big hit, probably because of the Beatles' music and the good premise. And it is worth seeing, just not worth paying a ton of money to see. So basically, the irony is we really do live in a world without the Beatles because the music industry is being run by these pop and rap stars that don't have much substance to them, and whose music tends to be rather forgettable. Like, I can't name a single Taylor Swift song. I'm not a big Kanye West fan in rap. Things like that. It's like, what's good about the movie is that it brings the Beatles back to prominence, and I think that's a good thing. What's not so good is the emphasis on cliched romance when we're looking for something trippier.
Sweet.
You know, Yellow Submarine is one of my favorite films. I have never seen A Hard Day's Night. I like have you seen the Magical Mystery Tour? That's a good movie. I'd like to see a remake of that. I think Keith Richards should be president. Happy movie going!